All right, starting off right away. Huge shout out to the Colts. You guys played yourself a great game, and honestly, you deserve the win. You outplayed us, and you beat us. Now, I'm not going to get into the fact that we played our third and fourth guys and the whole entire game, because outside your starters, you put in your backups very quickly. And I got to give a lot of respect for that, because I feel like the Bears didn't do that at all. So, shout out to you guys for that. And again, like I said, you guys have a really good team. And I don't really, there was some beef in my comic section about the Colts this week. Listen, I think the Colts are going to be a great team. I think they're going to be a playoff team. I think they're going to, it could go for a deep playoff run. It's very possible. They're not a bad team. Like, I don't know why the beef was. Anyway, though, Anthony Richardson sucks. Anyway, so, I'm just joking. Anthony Richardson's actually a really good quarterback. But, in this game, he threw a pick six to Jordan Battle, who was also really amazing. And I love the fact that, like, he scored a touchdown and he also threw a pick six. And our third-string defense, fourth-string defense, did shut down your offense. Other than one drive. One drive, we got beat, okay? We got beat, whatever. Other than that, our third, fourth-string guys took care of your guys and did a really good job the whole entire game. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Bengals backups suck. Now, I know this is our third and fourth string guys to a point where it almost seems like our fifth string guys with how deep we go into the depth chart here. And also, I'll point out this fact. Zach, that was so heartless, bro. You don't play Rocky Lombardi the whole entire game. And the one time you put him in for the game is when you have him kneel the ball down. That is criminal. The only time you play Rocky Lombardi this whole entire game is so he can do 3 kneel downs instead of Logan Woodside. That is absolutely diabolical. Zach, that's heartless, bro. That's kind of heartless, bro. You should have just put in Logan Woodside with how bad Logan looked tonight. You should have just put him in there and just end the game with that. Jermaine Burton looked really good tonight. He obviously has the touchdown. He had a couple catches. He looked really good. I will say overall-wise, I think but I think our offensive line that played tonight was atrocious at times. Got a little bit better as they brought in backups, but still wasn't really that good. Our backup offensive line depth is a problem. Our receiving core, I think, was fine tonight. Travion Williams really led the team tonight. He was the only starter, really. So, well, not starter, but he was the only rotational guy in there. Defensively at the end, giving up that 40-yard rushing touchdown when we're in a situation of football. You're trying to get a stop. You're trying to get the ball back, potentially win the game. You give up that 40-yard rushing touchdown. We just couldn't stop the run. We really could not stop the run. And kudos a lot, again, to the Colts there because they did a really good job, but we just absolutely sucked against the run. It was a bad game, man. It really was. Like, overall-wise, 90% of this game, we didn't score anything other than a pick six, which was our first team unit. Well, I guess not first team, but our third stringers who were playing as starters, I guess. It was a mess of a game, man. But it is preseason, and that's why you play preseason, because you realize that 60% of this roster tonight needs to be working at IHOP next week. And they will be, because, bro, this roster did not play well. It is what it is, though. That's how you learn, you get better, you develop, you kind of go on from there. So, we went 0-3 in the preseason. We had an awful preseason when it comes to actually winning and losing. But winning and losing does not matter in the preseason. I don't know why people keep getting this illusion that it matters if you win or lose. It doesn't. And no, I'm not going to go into the cliche crap and say, as long as you had fun. No, it's as long as we saw something out of players, and we did. We saw a lot of Moa. Moa's been really great, too, as well. I mean, there's a lot of players that I feel like we went into preseason kind of maybe skeptical about, and we got a lot of the answers, throughout the 3 preseason games. I think going into this game, I said this in my video a couple days ago, that there wasn't much really to take away from this game. Because I feel like the 53-man roster, for the most part, is already decided and already, figured out. And that this game would kind of just finalize / 100% finish a lot of, questions that were, I guess, a little bit unanswered. And I think that they did exactly what I thought it would. There really isn't anything to take away from this game that you look at and say, wow, this is crazy, bro. Like, no, this game was atrocious. And a lot of these players that played tonight did not do good. And I think what we thought was going to happen and what we figured would happen happened tonight. And it is what it is at the end of the day. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening for the cut day. I will be making videos about the players who will get cut and who players we will pick up. We will pick up some players as well. I don't think Logan Woodside will be our third-string quarterback going into the season. He just isn't really that good. But again, like I said, there's a lot of... Now it's a lot of just breaking down and thinking about what we're doing moving forward, right? And that's what really this comes down to is what will the 53-man roster look like moving forward? But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.